Executive Director of the International and Development Office at the University of Southern Queensland, Toowoomba, Australia. I've been looking after the international office since November 2013. Before that, I was also Director of International Business Development for about 2-3 years. And I wish to highlight here that the relationship between University of Southern Queensland and University Putra, Malaysia is very strong, and we enjoy a very good relationship so far since 2010, when both Vice Chancellor signed an MOU to engage the two universities. The MOU was basically focusing on research, teaching, student exchange, as well as staff exchange and mobility. Currently, USCQ has a good number of potential, or a good number of PhD students from UPM. A few of them were graduated, and I have the honor to say I'm one of those people who graduated. One PhD student who's currently a doctor at Faculty of Engineering. Another thing which I wish also to highlight here, delegations already been to USCQ 2 times, and also our USCQ delegation visited UPM twice. Recently, the two institutions signed a dual PhD program, or joint PhD program, and this happened in 2014 when my Vice Chancellor, Professor Jane Thomas, visited UPM and signed the agreement. Basically, this agreement is to encourage potential PhD students to register in this unique, wonderful, I would say, PhD arrangement. So basically, students should enroll in UPM as a full-time student for at least 1 year, a minimum period of, we put minimum 1 year, but I wish to see students spend half a period of time in both institutions. And the student will enjoy a joint supervision by professors from UPM, as well as professors from USCQ external, I would say, while the student doing his or her PhD in Malaysia. And the second half of the PhD should be happening at University of Southern Queensland, and again, there will be a principal supervisor who will be engaged with that student, and at the same time they will maintain a contact with the professors from UPM. The entry requirement of this program is quite standard, so you need academic entry requirement, which is definitely a basic bachelor of engineering, for example, if you're doing engineering, or business if you're doing business, plus an evidence of research. And English entry requirement is important as well, as one of the entry requirement is 6.5 IELTS English or equivalent. The good thing about USQ, we develop our EAP1, EAP2, which is English for academic purpose, where student can complete this EAP1, EAP2 successfully. He or she will be eligible to enter our PhD program. Term and condition definitely apply again, which is something related to the English. This is the supervision and the academic for the two programs. Examination is also another unique arrangement where student thesis will be examined by both institutions separately. So in USCQ, for example, we send the thesis to 3 examiners, and when it comes back, depending on the examination report, we'll say yes, pass with minor correction, major or no. At the same time, USCQ will follow their procedure where they have, I think, Viva here, and again, students should present their work. So basically, the student will experience 2 system procedures supervision, examination process, and that can be a fantastic, I would say, experience for PhD students. At the end of the day, they end up with 2 degrees. One from, PhD of course, one from the University of Southern Queensland and the second one from UPM. As a new initiative, definitely this project comes with some advantages and disadvantages, and hopefully the disadvantage is very minor. And again, student might be under kind of pressure, which is good to learn, but that can be reflected as an advantage as well. Well, I would say the student will, because the student is going to experience 2 way of learning or 2 process of learning, which is again colleagues from UPM will use their own ways and method to help PhD students to graduate, and USQ professors and colleagues will work also closely with that specific student to make sure they receive a good or sufficient amount of knowledge. At the end of the day, the student will receive two different, they receive knowledge from 2 different angles and 2 different ways. Another advantage, I would say, the student will be very proud when they graduate with 2 PhD, and again, that will definitely add value to the student, and also will help the student to hunt for a future job if needed. Another advantages is related to dollar and cent as well. I think students can spend, by spending 2 years, for example, in Malaysia, and if they are Malaysian, they will cut costs and they will save some money while they are in Malaysia, instead of spending 3-4 years completely in Australia. We know that Australia is quite expensive. When it comes also to tuition fees, the tuition fees of USQ is quite high. But still, as I said, spending 2 years here will be pluses. For those students who come with family and also with some commitment, they could easily spend 2/3 of their time in their hometown, regardless whether it's Malaysian or Australia. By the way, I will encourage our Australian also PhD students to be involved in this program. And same thing, I wish to see them spending some time here in UPM, and that's where again they enjoy both way of learning. In my position as executive director, I wish to advise our students to say this is a golden opportunity for all of you. I wish I can do my 3rd PhD with in this wonderful program, and this program or this arrangement is not limited to Malaysian and Australian students. It's open for international students as well. And I would say I encourage these students from again Australia, Malaysia, and other parts of the world to start taking this opportunity and apply for their PhD. The area where I see these students learn and benefit from are, but not limited, of course, to engineering, and mainly agriculture engineering. I'm sure you know that UPM and USQ are considered one of the top leaders in the area of agriculture engineering, and we could definitely see other engineering bits such as mechanical, civil engineering, material, electrical, and energy, and so on and so forth. Education is another good research area where I wish to see some students, enjoying these opportunities, as well as business and science. Toowoomba is a wonderful city called Garden City, and we have 3 campuses. We have one in Toowoomba, and we have one in Springfield, which is it's about 50 kilometers, I think, or a little bit more from Gold Coast, or about 30 kilometers from the city center of Brisbane. And also we have another campus in Fraser Coast, which is in Sunshine Coast. Now, my advice again to these students, I said, I strongly encourage you to start applying for this double degree or dual degree, there will be a scholarship. And again, I encourage all of you, especially those with good record, good research background, to apply for fees waiver scholarship. And myself and the Dean of Graduate School in UPM, we discussed this, and we definitely going to set some new mechanism to encourage you to apply for those. And again, regardless whether you are international or domestic student. And this scholarship, again, will require you to have a good level of English plus entry requirement. Before I leave, I would like to thank all of you, and I wish to advise also, if to get more information, you just go and visit www.sgs.upm.edu.my or www.usq.edu.au, and you're most welcome to contact myself personally. Thank you very much.